Well, good morning, good afternoon, good day, good evening, wherever you are in the world right now joining us. I'm Charlene, and I am so glad you are here, and apparently so are the bowls. The bowls are very much calling us to bring forth some fire and some inner focus. Very fascinating. Tell me where you're joining us from. Drop your name in the chat, whether you're joining us on Insight Timer Circle, our Circle community, on YouTube, on Facebook, or on Instagram. Wherever you're joining us, say hello. At the very beginning, we like to take a few minutes and really begin to settle into the space. And one way we do that is by connecting, because life is about relationship and about community. Maria, hello. Nice to see you. Namaste to you as well. Tanya, good morning. Sending love back to you in Boston. Hope you're having a beautiful day already. Hey, City Joy. City Don Lewis. That's how I always think of you. Peace and rich rising to you as well. Lori from Madison, Wisconsin. Nice to see you. Anna, so glad you're joining us from New Jersey. Appreciate you being here. Hey, Adrian, good morning from Salt Lake City. Susan, my apologies. Nice to see you joining us from Oregon. My brain will wake up here in a moment. Dawn, good morning from sunny southern Arizona. Wow. Whew, I'm just going to take a moment and ground here for a second, because these bowls, even before we started, we always spend a little time checking in with the bowls, the landscape of the day. And there's a very dreamlike pull that's happening right now, calling us into a more multidimensional reality, let's just say. So I'm going to take a moment and just ground myself here. There we go. Okay. I know that's not just for me. Good morning, E.T. Hello. So glad you're joining us. Gail, sending lots of love back to you in Ocean Park, Washington. Joy says, yeah, I love that. Indeed. Sometimes we just need to go back to the basics. Grounding in, coming into the body. You know, our entire experience of life happens within the body. That's why so much of what we do is a somatic practice. We encourage ourselves to take a moment and just turn in and reflect and see what we feel. And sometimes we can feel nothing. And sometimes we feel a lot. And both of those experiences are perfectly correct. Sound has a subtle way of sneaking in and taking us exactly where we need to go. Sometimes it's very obvious where it takes us, and other times it's a little more subtle. It's a little gentler. And it really is what you begin, what you begin to welcome, to ask for, to invite, to call forth. Sound is a gentle healer. It's also a powerful ally. So every session is always unique and different, not only to the session, but for you. So, hey, Alina, nice to see you. Love to you as well. Glad you joined us. Melanie, good morning from St. Louis, Missouri. Glad you are here, Melanie. Nice to see you. Ray, our dear friend from Australia. How are you? Good day to you as well. Jeremy sends his love. Ray is Ray is our fairy godmother. Ray has known my husband Jeremy for a very long time, and she's amazing. We're glad you're joining us. Brad, good morning. Bright and almost early, indeed. Jane, sending love back to you in the UK. Appreciate you being here. Sarah, buenos dias from Mexico. Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Wow, and here we are. We are settling in. So this is really where we kick off the fullness of the wealth series. And wealth is, sometimes it's a very charged term, either because we really want it, or we're really scared of it, or we have challenges with it. And I think whenever we can actually just let go of what we perceive to be these old preconceived notions of wealth, we can find more freedom in our natural flow. Wealth is simply about structure. It's an ability to hold, to maintain the flow or the prosperity of life. And you have the ability to do both. You have ability to welcome flow, and you have ability to hold the flow. You are both the river and the reservoir. And that's the power of one of the powers of what it is to be in this human body, in this human experience. And yet every experience of every emotion we experience is perfect. We have to understand the fullness. We get to understand the fullness of what it is to be human, whether it's fear or excitement, love, distance, grief, happiness. These seeming dichotomies of emotional experiences is what color our entire existence. And sound helps us feel into these places. So today we're going to do that. We are going to feel into these places. So my friends, did you know that your body actually has a literal school for discernment? And it's located right here behind your sternum in an energetic gateway that's often called the high heart. So if your normal heart's here, think of your high heart just above it. So your physical heart acts as a rhythmic conductor for your emotions, truly the pacings, the rhythms of your entire body. But your high heart, it sits directly over your thymus gland, which is, we'll call it the primary school for your immune system. This is where your body undergoes a rather rigorous process of self-tolerance. And what I mean by that, it is where it's trained to understand and then create cells that are specialized to distinguish your own healthy tissue from maybe not so great non-self invaders. It learns what's good for you and what isn't. So energetically, your high heart is a center of your sovereign discernment. It's your seat of self-power, of where you can begin to understand this is good, this I can let go of, I can release, I can transform. It's a biological seat where you learn to filter your true intent from this external static or the noise that we pick up in the world. See, when we live in survival mode, we build up an energetic armor that actually repels the very things we are trying to attract: creativity, abundance, relationships, love, connection. And when we get stuck in the hustle of life, we do so because our nervous system suddenly begins to feel threatened by that expansion. And that's understandable. It happens. And here's a trick. By tapping right here on that upper sternum, you're actually initiating a reset of your entire biofield, but also of your physical system. So just tap that with me. See if that how that begins to feel. Maybe try gently. So you're stimulating the vagus nerve to exit that fight or flight response, and actually utilizing the piezoelectric effect of your own crystalline bone structure to shatter that old static. Let's talk about that a little bit more. See, your sternum, it's more than just a bone. Structural stability. Your sternum, think of it as actually a crystalline structure that generates a piezoelectric charge when it's compressed or tapped. You may remember the idea of the piezoelectric effect, something that these bowls also ignite. So this, what science would call mechanical stress that you are applying to your body, sends a microcurrent through your connective tissue, reaching the thymus gland under that bone, that organ that's responsible for the biological identity of your cells. And when you tap here, yes, it feels nice. Yes, it feels soothing, but you're not just meditating. You're actually using applied physics to shake loose the cellular memory of survival stress, allowing your system to re-identify with the frequency of safety, the frequency of your original divine blueprint. You are waking up a part of you that knows how to hold structure without fear. And wealth is structure, so we can learn how to hold it without panic, moving gently from survival back into that divine, empowered sovereignty. So before we drop into the sound today, let me welcome you one more time. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Charlene, and in front of you are 22 chromatically tuned quartz crystal singing bowls that are tuned to the vibrational resonant frequency of 432 hertz. 432 hertz is just a numerical quantity for cycles per second of this bowl that we in music would say is an A. And mathematical tunings then dictate every single other note that's around this A. A precision of a numerical understanding and expression in the world. All of life is a numerical expression of the world. 432 hertz is so beneficial because it actually is a natural resonant vibration that almost all bodies in the world naturally resonate to because of its connection into the vibration of the planet. There's a lot of math that goes into that. Happy to explore more of that with you later. And because these bowls are made out of 99.999% pure quartz crystal, they generate, you got it, the piezoelectric effect, which means at any time a mechanical stress or a strike or a rimming motion is applied to these bowls, they begin to generate electricity. And you are an electrical being. Your entire field is vibrating. Your body vibrates with measurable electricity. In fact, when your heart stops, what's the first thing that they do? They apply electricity to re-stimulate the perfect rhythm and beating of your heart. So you begin to feel the power of the electricity. And electricity is all around us all of the time. Often we aren't even aware of it. Magnetism, the currents floating all around us, why we have EMF. It's just a natural part of our world. And electricity is one of those parts. So today you can experience the sound either through feeling, just allowing your body to relax in. You may have no idea conceptually what has happened, and that is okay. Or you may actively take off with the sound as your guide, following the waves, using the waves to reflect back into your own body, your own somatic or body felt experience. There's no right or wrong way to embark on this path. And because we introduce classical chromaticism, which just means we have all of the white keys and the black keys that you would see on a piano keyboard at our disposal to integrate into this sound healing experience, your body will experience a deeper range of emotional experiences. And what I mean by that is that there are specific intervals or relationships of notes, like this right here. It's a beautiful perfect fourth that begins to bring up what we can actually map into the archetypal realm. This perfect fourth connects us into stability of familiarity, or the Everyman archetype. Oh yeah, I know him. Yeah, he's cool. He reminds me of this dude. I love that guy. I'm sure you're a cool dude. Oh my gosh, you are just like my sister. I can be safe here. That's one of the archetypes. Another archetype is that of the perfect fifth, the ruler. Think of it. That who provides stability and structure. You can sit into this perfect fifth, this 3-to-2 mathematical ratio. And it's familiar to your body, and it's easy to allow your body just to relax into this space because you know where you are in relationship to the sound. You know what your sandbox feels like sitting all around you. So through all of this work, we can begin to dive more deeply into themes that are important in our daily life. This theme that we're diving into often so very supercharged, this idea of wealth and prosperity. So allow me to frame this journey that we are about to take today. You know, in any great blueprint, archetypal blueprint, architectural blueprint, perhaps built by archetypes, there are specific rooms, specific chambers designed to hold a specific resonance. The vibration of a dining room is very different than the vibration of a bedroom, a place to gather versus a place to rest. Every chamber has its own unique purpose, and all are important. And this concept is more than just architectural, it's actually biological. We need different vibrations in order to have different types of experiences that all contribute to that which we call the reality of our day-to-day life. It's really important to have a place to cleanse yourself, like a bathroom, and a place to rest, and close your eyes to reset for the following day. Now, the human heart, it actually has 4 distinct chambers that receive, hold, and powerfully circulate life throughout your physical body. And the heart is a multidimensional chamber through which we can access this reality and beyond. So over our next 4 sessions, we're going to be moving through the 4 energetic chambers at the heart of your prosperity. We are tuning your internal architecture to receive the flow and ultimately circulate it back out into the world so that you can receive it again, fresh and renewed. And simply by arriving in this space, right here, right now, you've already crossed the threshold. Well done. Logging on, pushing play, taking your seat is an act of permission, a yes to your own expansion, and you have decided you are ready for more. Well done. And yet permission without capacity to hold is often just another form of pressure. See, expansion without a grounded structure isn't growth. It can become exhaustion. Think of it as a yes without the ability to hold becomes a burden. Expansion without structure is just chaos. So today we move from the desire of wealth into the biological preparation for it, for this structure. And we're here to answer one of the most important questions about our wealth evolution. Because we live in an infinite universe where abundance exists for all, always. How much are we able to connect to that? And the question is, can your nervous system actually hold what you say that you want? Today, we're going to step into the first chamber where we tune your vessel for wealth. Because as we are learning, we need to do a little bit more than just think our way into wealth. Your biology actually has to know how to hold it. Speaking of biology, we are going to be tapping back into these powerful biological keypads called mudras, various hand positions. And a mudra isn't just a hand gesture, it's actually a physical circuit, because if you think about your hands as high density keypads for your nervous system, each fingertip contains over 4,000 nerve endings, 4,000, that act as a neural somatic interface. So when you actually place your hands in these different, very specific geometries, you're not just posing. You're actually determining the electrical flow of your entire biofield. And that works through a process called somatic anchoring. By touching specific points on your body, you send a direct signal to your brain to exit the static, perhaps a survival mode, and enter a state of more coherent, resonant flow. You're literally rewiring a physical sensation, in this instance, to the frequency, the vibration of wealth, ensuring your nervous system can handle expansion without the noise or needing to brace. And the two mudras that we connect to today, the first mudra, you'll recognize these as a mudra of bounteousness. This is your receiver state. It stabilizes your lower creative center so that you can hold a high voltage current of wealth without leaking any of your own power away. And you do this by placing your right palm directly over your lower belly, near your navel. You'll find a place that feels good in your system. You'll find a place that just locks in, maybe a little different for me than it is for you. And then you rest your left palm gently on top of it. And you can feel that connection being made, letting your thumbs lightly touch to sort of form this circle. And you can feel the weight here. And when you hold this position, you're literally telling your body, I am stable and I am grounded. I am connecting deep within myself. Now, the second mudra that we will be connecting to is a mudra of communion. Think of it as a seal of power, literally locking in. Locking in by letting go. And this energy draws up energy from the belly and locks the prosperity blueprint into your high heart and cellular memory. So what you do is you bring both hands together. We're going to actually place them into that sternum. If that feels good to you, that may not be comfortable. You can keep them in front of you. You could even rest them in your lap. Find a place in your body where this humble position of communion, and if you're part of the Judeo-Christian, especially the Christian faith, this will look familiar to you. But that's because you're neurologically connecting into an openness, a flow where you're not grasping or trying to chase. You're literally connecting into the oneness of all, saying, I am ready. So we're going to use these mudras to give your nervous system a physical map to follow. One to receive, to hold, and the other to become all with the flow. So let's go ahead and begin to build that flow right now. Just allow your eyes to soften, softening the space behind your eyelids. Taking a deep breath in, holding that breath in, feeling your heart relax before you slowly exhale, feeling the physical weight of your body resting in the seat beneath you. Begin to sense that heavy gravity of the earth pulling down gently, kindly on your bones, on your body, feeling yourself anchoring firmly into this exact present moment. There's nowhere else you need to be except here. Now, if you have a grounding practice, I invite you to begin that now. If not, think, imagine, or feel a golden cord of light that originates at the base of your spine and is about as wide as your hips, and it descends down out of your body, through the surface beneath you, through the floor, down deep into the earth, connecting, rooting down, finding a place somewhere in the center of the earth that feels good and familiar to you. You don't have to think about it, just allow this golden cord to come in alignment, to lock in, and you'll feel that tension sitting slightly underneath you. It's easy to begin to feel relaxed into this space, into this place, because this tension allows you a place to drop away anything that you're ready to let go of. Any physical tension, any energetic debris, any emotional turbulence. You can feel it just quietly descending down your heart. Softly. And any time today that you're ready to let go of something, Just think, imagine, or feel it descending down this golden cord of light. And right now, settling into this stillness that we are being called into. Your attention now may begin to shift away from that golden cord of grounding light, back up, into your chest, into your heart. Begin to think, imagine, or feel your breath flowing in and out of this heart space. And as you do, you notice its smooth, unhurried rhythm flowing in, flowing out, inhaling through the heart, exhaling through the heart. Now I invite you, as you continue to notice your breath breathing through the heart, see if your breath can also simultaneously breathe through this third energy center there, right under your heart and your diaphragm area. That seat of fire, of creative flow. See if you can breathe in your heart and out of this solar plexus. What does that feel like? How does that change your experience? For some of you, that's very accessible. For others, not so much. That's great. Just notice and witness where the sound is inviting us to go today. There we go. Beginning to fuse the breath in and out. Feeling your heart leading, breathing, pacing the rhythm of your breath, both through the heart and through the solar plexus. And as you hold this focus, whether it's just in your heart or in your heart and solar plexus, it's easy to begin inviting in a feeling. Let's invite in a feeling of sincere gratitude, good, or deep appreciation. It could be for a loved one, a beautiful memory, a furry friend, or maybe just a gift of this breath. Good. For some of you, you're noticing this as a totally different experience. Just allow yourself to feel what you are feeling. And begin to magnify this gratitude. Turn up the volume. Ignite the flame. Feel its warmth radiating here from the center of your core up through the center of your chest. And with every breath, this gratitude grows, breathing in through the heart and through the solar plexus, if that feels good, breathing out, radiating through the entire system. It feels safe and easy and comfortable to use your breath moving through your heart to propel this elevated emotion of gratitude, of appreciation. And you may notice your body relaxing even more, and perhaps your body feels lighter, maybe even more alive, as you are literally synchronizing the rhythm of your heart with the rhythm of your brain, your nervous system, feeling everything coming online, just noticing. There's nothing to do other than to focus into the allowing of your perfect rhythm. As you embrace the power of your breath, you're pulling your nervous system back from survival and into sovereignty, that personal power, the natural power that is already yours, divinely given. Take a deep breath in, breathing in through the heart and the solar plexus. Hold that breath in, feeling your heart and your gut relax before you slowly exhale. How long can that exhalation last? feeling these sensations just release. The feelings of gratitude to softly fade, the breath to find your perfect preferred rhythm in this moment. Good. With an open heart and a relaxed connection to the power of this moment, you breathe easy and you recognize that it's easy to begin to establish the structure of your vessel, this container for the wealth of life, the abundance of all, the foundation of your own prosperity blueprint. Here is your biological capacity to hold the flow of abundance with ease. And now, allow your hands to float into that mudra of bounteousness. That right hand over your belly, the left hand sitting on top of, feeling yourself connect deeply in. Feel the weight of your hands, almost as though they call and beckon your attention, your energy down deeper into your core, into your creative center, feeling your breath ready to work with you to co-create the structure that your nervous system can understand and your energy can respond to. Settling into the power of the stillness. Take a deep breath in, holding that breath in, feeling your heart and your stomach relax before you slowly exhale. Now, let's touch the magic that is your body and begin with a stabilization breath, following the sounds of the bowls. So as the tone rises, inhale for 6 counts. And as the tone decays, we'll exhale for 6 counts. Let's try that. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep going. Yes, this rhythm is relaxing, and more so, this rhythm is your breath, the resonance of safety that your body can feel. Feel it right now. And as you breathe in for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and out for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Feel your body creating predictable internal rhythm and oscillation that actually tells your brain, I am safe. I am a stable system. I'm safe enough to grow with the flow of life. Just following this rhythm, feeling the rise and fall of your belly under your hands. Feeling yourself beginning to expand even with this new information that you're bringing into your body. For you are held, you are stable, and you are present and here. Take a deep breath in, holding that breath and feeling your heart relax before you slowly and in your own time and rhythm exhale. You are held, you are stable, and you are here. You have now crossed into the threshold of the first chamber of your heart, the chamber of foundation. See, this is a bedrock for your prosperity. This grounded place where your roots take hold so that you can catch the golden light of goodness that is all around you. Feel your hands continue to gently rest on your belly as you listen to these very specific frequencies, slow, steady. Feel how a deeper part of your mind already knows exactly what you're ready to let go of. You can sense it. You see, before we can fully inhabit a new structure, a new vessel, we must first recognize the old structures of the body that your body might still be trying to hold on to. Because the truth is, the very walls that we build to protect ourselves from the world are the exact same walls that repel the beautiful flow of life. So just begin to turn your attention inward and notice. You might notice a sensation, an emotion, a color, a shape, a vibration, a sound. Whatever you do or don't notice is perfect. Just sit into this place. You see, for years we've built internal scaffolding walls to survive this old paradigm. The old paradigm being a system that convinced you that your worth was measured by your output, your exhaustion. A dense world of forced effort where you believed everything had to be pushed, managed, controlled. And with that, we build this heavy armor of the hustle. And we build walls that are rigid, that brace us for the next incoming battle, believing that if we hold on just tightly enough, we will be safe. And that's one way to exist. But there are others. So begin to notice the truth of this moment. Notice how exhausting it is to hold up old walls, old structures that maybe you don't even need anymore. Now, allow your attention to shift to the top of your head, the crown of your head, and then just allow your attention to dissolve down over your forehead and land deep into your jaws. Notice if there's any clenching, maybe a subconscious pattern to hold. Perhaps you thought this tension was protecting you, but now it's easy to see it's just an illusion, a phantom structure, and as you breathe out, you allow your jaw to soften. And in your mind's eye, think, imagine, or feel, see that rigid tension instantly turn to dry sand, effortlessly falling away and dissolving into the earth, down your golden cord of grounding light. It's safe to just let it go now. And as you breathe, your jaw relaxes. And your attention now moves down into your throat and into your shoulders, this area where we carry this dense, trapped energy of needing to do it all ourselves, or an inability to not speak our truth, carrying the weight of the world. as you breathe, allow your breath to focus your intention and any vibration, perhaps a vibration you feel inside the sound of these bowls, perhaps a color, perhaps a thought or a feeling. Feel it wash over these places, breaking up, helping you release that density in your throat and on your shoulders. Watch that old heavy armor turn brittle and dissolve into thin air, unlocking completely. Take a deep breath in and breathe in more freedom. Slowly exhale, feeling the expansion beginning to move throughout your throat, throughout your shoulders, feeling a lightness. And if your body needs to shift, to take a deep sigh. If a muscle twitches, you feel a sudden wave of heat, anything you experience right now, just allow it, it's perfect. That's simply the old static leaving your nervous system. Allow your breath to move it out. Use the power of the life force carried on your breath to enliven your body and feel that you are safe to let that old noise, that old static, those old patterns, let go and dissolve. There is power in this stillness that you are cultivating. Good. To drift down into your chest, down into your abdomen, beneath your hands resting there, deep into the pelvis. And as you feel all of those last rigid structures and armor melt away, notice whether it's happening all at once or just over the next few breaths. Give yourself your own perfect rhythm and notice what remains. What is under those old patterns that we all carried because we thought we should. We were told they were right. What's under there? In your mind's eye, begin to notice how under those old structures, that armor, there is a brilliant grid. And it's becoming easier for you to see that living architecture that was always there, just waiting for you to see it, to feel it, to invite it alive. Allow your awareness now to continue to shift down your body, down to the soles of your feet, perhaps touching the earth. And as you do, you can feel that absolute stability there. How the heaviness falls away. Anything remaining just moves out through the base of your feet. And as you feel this residual heaviness melting away, you notice that that underlying architecture of connection is beginning to awaken. And it's easier to feel more aligned with your physical body. Perhaps your spine begins to feel a little straighter, a little taller. And as you look in your mind's eye, feel how you are perfectly vertical, upright, expanding like a sturdy pillar standing between the gravity of the earth and the magnetic pool of the stars above, for you are aligned. Those old structures have grounded away, melted away, dissolved. And you have uncovered the truth of your natural, internal alignment. In your mind's eye, now that all of those old structures, that old armor is gone, or as much of it as it feels good today for you to release, you can feel how your vessel feels more open, more clear, more aligned. And as you rest here, you begin to settle into the warmth and the weight of your hands on your belly, realizing that you are in a perfectly safe state, relaxed. And because you are safe, it becomes even easier to now gently feel into this new structure, this new capacity. This chamber, the first chamber that you are in right now, is not a room with cold stone walls. No, it's a living, dynamic, breathing, pulsating extension of your own heart. You see, you are expanding the dimensions of this space deep within you, whether you see it in your heart, whether you feel it around you, whether you have no idea where it is, but you sense there is something that's happening. You don't have to know what. You can trust into the safety that your nervous system is saying, yes, let's do this. All is well. And as you begin to expand into this new chamber of knowingness about you, you recognize how the ceilings feel taller in this space. The floor is solid, and you can hold this elevated vibration of expansion, the current, the flow of all the good things, all the blessings that are yours. And in this moment, we're going to discover how much of this elevated frequency, this expansive current that your nervous system can actually hold right now without scattering focus or starting to brace. However much or little is going to be perfect, because it's already a bit different than it was before. So allow your hands to continue to rest softly there in that mudra of bounteousness. You connect to the bounty of life. And I'd like to invite you to invite a pure vibration, a frequency, a feeling, a sound, a color, however you want to experience prosperity right into your energy field. Just sense it all around you. And I'd like for you to give yourself absolute permission to let this feel however it needs to feel today. For some of you, for your nervous system that's so unique and special and divinely gifted and inspired, this might arrive as a massive sweeping current of golden energy. And for others who have a sweetly, divinely inspired nervous system, it might be a single quiet drop of warmth, a tiny spark of ease. So whether it's a tsunami or a droplet, let it be exactly what you have the capacity to hold right now. And you breathe easy because you know that a single drop holds the exact same frequency and resonance as the entire ocean. And whether it's a gentle ripple or a wide open river, simply invite it in. Not as a number in a bank account, not as a task to figure out, just as a feeling. Good. does that feeling of prosperity feel like to you? Settle in with it. Now imagine that golden liquid resonance of prosperity, that golden light, feel it begin to gather underneath your hands, resting there deep over your creative center. Can you feel that golden pool igniting under your hands? It's easy to begin just to settle into this space. There's a stillness here, an ease. And as this frequency of deep, effortless, golden flow of wealth enters your system, however softly or magnanimously, just observe. Just become a curious witness as you gently tune into the subtle responses of your body. The stillness is palpable. Now notice what your nervous system does. Does your body relax? Does it begin to softly expand or shift in any way? Or maybe your mind begins to scatter into the how, the when, the why. What's going on? Is there a subtle brace or that tension creeping back into your jaw, your shoulders, or your chest? Oh, that familiar whisper maybe of, you're not worthy of this. Just notice. And if you notice any of these old reflexes, that is perfectly okay. It's simply the echoes of an old paradigm, an old way of thinking about life, bumping into these newly expanded walls of your capacity. Your structure has expanded. So just breathe. You don't need to fight. You don't even need to know. You don't even need to know the specifics because your body has a deeper intelligence of where you can find and create more structure for you. Simply breathe. Draw in that inhalation for a count of 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale for 6. Press your hands gently into your physical body and let that touch remind your mind of where you are, perfectly safe. Just continue in your own pace. It's safe to hold. It's safe to let things be easy. It's safe to welcome and allow the flow of life. As you hold your awareness, allow this liquid golden frequency to do work, to do the work for you. Any place that you feel there's a crack, a heaviness, a tension, a doubt, a leak in your beautiful vessel, allow this liquid golden resonance to naturally flow towards it. See it, feel it, like liquid molten gold, filling a fracture. It effortlessly seals any holes, any gaps. Good. And as these sounds wash over you, let the acoustic resonance act as a reinforcer, a heat that magnifies these liquid golden structures into place, sealing you perfectly with every breath. Another leak is sealed. With every crack, it is filled with gold, leaving your structure stronger and more resilient than it was before. Allowing the dissonance to provide you the information you need. Good. And when your body accepts this golden resonance, whether in a tiny droplet or all at once, you can feel it gently ripple all over your body, pulling your energy back into that brilliant living architecture of your physical self, that vertical spine that you've been holding. You feel this energy moving up and down your entire physical body. And you breathe with ease because you don't need to figure out how wealth will arrive. Your only job is to hold this frequency, to contain it, to be this seamless, unshakable container for every blessing that is yours. Now we're going to actively interrupt any remaining unstable neurological loops because your vessel is patched. The gold is moving through it easily. And let's just seal this more strongly into your physical biology. So gently release your hands from your belly and bring your right hand up to the center of your chest, up here to that sternum, that physical anchor for your chest and the place of your heart and lungs, this gateway of the high heart. And just resting it here, begin to tap gently, slowly, in your own rhythm. Some of you may tap quite quickly, some of you may tap slowly and methodically. Here, find this activated point of the high heart, that Thymus thump. Tap, tap, tap. This is a part of the you that knows how to distinguish your true power from the noise, the static of the world, the outside. That is not your energy information. And by tapping here, you are waking up your body's intelligent design, this inner discernment, telling your nervous system that it is safe to be here, it is safe to reset, activating all of the cells that innervate health and vitality throughout your entire body, making your body healthier, stronger, more alive, more connected. Good. Tapping. Telling your nervous system it is safe to be you. It is safe to move with joy. And you feel this vibration radiating deep within you, sending a signal of divine order directly into that vagus nerve, softly dissolving any old trauma-encoded links between wealth and health, survival, and your ability to flourish, lovingly teaching your nervous system that it is safe to expand. And as you continue to tap, either repeat these words in your mind, or if you can, out loud, so you can hear yourself say them, letting them vibrate in your chest as you continue to tap. Say, even if I have scattered my power in the past, I am building an unshakable foundation now. Good. Even if expansion once felt terrifying, I am structurally sound, a new container now. I release the exhaustion of survival. I am safe to hold the current of life. And Begin to notice that profound shift as the tapping is bypassing your thinking mind and speaking directly into that intelligence of your body, telling your body, I am here, I am safe. Stabilizing this golden flow, feeling the resonance of these sounds acting as that final polish, smoothing out your energy field until it's seamless, a golden glowing mirror of prosperity. And when it feels good to you, feeling this gold settling deep into your bones, you can just gently allow your hands to stop tapping. And now bring your hands together at the center of your chest, resting in an open palm over the left, the right palm over the left. And this mudra, this biological connection of communion. If it feels good to hold it here above your chest, or a little bit lower if that's better for your body, or even in your lap, allow this openness to reinforce, to subtly remind of your connection to all. Feel the warmth of your hands touching themselves, touching your body. This warmth, this connection is the seal. This is the moment where your physical body and your divine blueprint are re-engaging, as has always been their divine birthright, turning back on, reconnecting. Just that steady rhythmic pulse of a vessel that knows how to hold its own light, for it is part of the light that is in and around itself right now, the light of all, humbly open to the universal divine flow. A structure your nervous system can relax and feel safe in. As you exhale, feel yourself dropping even more deeply into the support, the presence of all around you now. And your heart feels lighter because it's easy to feel the truth that you are no longer the person who walked into this first chamber. You removed that old brittle armor, those structures, and replaced them with a brilliant new biological architecture. You've patched the leaks, you've stabilized your current, your nervous system breathes easy into this new safe structure that you have ignited. As you sit in this stillness, you begin to gather in this steady, reliable rise and fall of your breath, the touching of your hands, in humble reverence and connection to all, the seal of structure. Like a lock in your new blueprint, it's the empowered place of readiness that you have built. And anytime the world asks you to move into a place that's different from this feeling you are locked into right now, you can simply take a breath, re-engage your hands, and return back into this feeling of safety, of structure, of empowered sovereignty, divinely inspired for you. Retuning your vessel instantly. Remembering this feeling of being this unshakable container. Signaling to your biology, I am ready. I am here to receive. And I receive so that in the appropriate time I can give. Now in your mind's eye, imagine yourself walking through your life later today. See yourself in a moment that maybe used to feel stressful. Perhaps opening an unexpected email, navigating a busy store, sitting in traffic. But look at you now. Notice how you are sitting or standing with this new, upright, aligned, structured center. And watch yourself as you move through the world with this new permission in your space. There's not that tightness anymore. That's gone. See how you breathe deeply and easily, even when the world around you wants to push you or ask you to move fast. You move at your own natural rhythm, which may be slower than the collective, it may be faster than the collective, but you honor the integrity of you. Notice how much more capacity you have to hold the flow of the day without needing to ascribe to what they say. You can handle all of those beautiful high-frequency opportunities that come to you because your vessel is sound. You can answer with a clear, calm yes, for you are already home in this new structure, and it is safe to be this new version of you, holding that mudra of communion, feeling the undeniable weight and a readiness that's now pulsing throughout your entire body, biologically equipped for the structure of wealth, holding the prosperity so that it can move and flow in its perfect time. You are working as a vessel not only of the divine, but with the divine. Tapping into this sacred geometrical order deep within your biology. Take a deep breath in, holding that breath in. As your heart relaxes, you feel how you are tuned to wealth, to prosperous flow, and to communion with all. Exhale. Before we begin to return back into this new time-space place, feel that profound self-trust vibrating deep within you. Feeling your breath beginning to feel your chest, your solar plexus, your entire body breathing in this golden light, feeling it move throughout you. For you are solid, steady, and clear. And as you begin to bring more movement back into your body, feeling the floor beneath you, the air in the room against your skin, you smile. For you aren't waking up from a dream, you are bringing a more vivid, powerful reality back into this physical world. Allowing your hands to let go, settling where they may, whether in your lap, beside you, or perhaps even cupped over your heart. You are safe, you are secure, and when you are ready, your eyes can gently flutter open in their own time. You are leaving the first chamber now, and yet prosperity. How are you feeling, my friends? Tell me how that was for you. That was a very interesting experience. I see on Insight Timer there are a lot of hearts coming in right now. How are you feeling? How are you different than you were before we started? Let's just take a moment and actually allow yourself to sit with that. Whether you want to share that in the chat, that's great. Whether you just like to sit with this new version, a new truth within you. Some of you may have had tiny microscopic changes that you really need to sit with and start to feel into. Some of you may have a significant change. All are valid and perfectly okay. One's not better than the other. Our own rhythm through life is something we have the opportunity to honor. And as soon as we say, oh, it should be this, we've negated the beauty and the power of what it is. See, that's where the connection to all, to the divine, really lies. It's in this honesty with ourselves, the truth, and allowing it to be what it is. Sometimes we expect, I'm going to have a great big day today, I'm going to accomplish all these things, and yet, don't you ever have days where you're just like, I am so glad I got to check off one thing off of my list. That feels like a major accomplishment. Some days you don't check anything off those proverbial lists. And other days, you just make a second list and you've done all of the first list and the second list. Timing in this reality really comes into play because of our bodies. And when we can honor the intelligence of our bodies and tap into them in a way that we can actually have a different kind of experience, life will change. See, life is all about the embodied flow of the divine through these bodies. So we can only flow as much as our bodies will allow. And rather than be upset or delighted with our bodies, all we can do is say, I see you. Thank you. You're doing this. Let's see how we can maybe make it a little bit better, a little bit easier, a little bit more resonant with the truth of who we all know we are, so that you, sweet dear body, can help me show up and help all, be connected to all. This is really interesting today. So I'll be very curious to see how you experience this. Let me reflect back just for a moment where the bowls really took us. We lived, first of all, I thought it was so fascinating that the bowls very specifically would not land us in this traditional place where we find ourselves in F major. Right? Connecting to the heart. This F would not play at all today throughout this entire experience. And so even at the beginning when we were establishing heart coherence, we were called to go deeper. We were actually called to start to shift our attention into, this is an E. This connects us into this watery center, this fiery center of our solar plexus, this core, this seat of flame where we ignite life through us. And we very much live between this world of ignition and intuition, into that sixth area, the sixth energy center, which is interesting because the sixth energy center is a direct reflection of the heart. So without the heart having to activate fully, tonally, with this F, we actually were connecting into it by its major third component, which is that A, which connects us into the seat of intuition. So we were vibrating the seat of intuition and this fire within our soul, right? Which has its own integration. It connects us into a fundamental tone of A. And we moved in A, we moved frequently between A major and A minor. In classical music, A major connects us into this heartfelt innocence, a connection to all, a satisfaction with all is well. We're doing this. This is where we can tune and align to. Ironic that orchestras, when we tune to this A, this note A, not always this specific frequency or vibration. On the other hand, A minor, so A major, right? And scene. So A minor, however, what was really coming through. A minor has a very tender, there's a feminine tenderness to it. It's in classical music, they'll say it connects into this idea of piety, but I think it's so much more deeper. It's that feminine depth of divine intuition and knowingness, because it's real, it lands in the body. This lower note, the C, connects us into this grounded, rooted center of our body, this intuition, and then the fire in our belly. That's an A minor chord. And yet there's also a beautiful direct relationship between A minor and the place of the heart, F. So there was so much overlapping that was going on. It was a very complex journey that went through today, and I could feel things being pulled and sculpted all around me, and I felt like I was just trying to keep up. There was so much sculpting that was happening, not only with the sound, but also with the somatic experience, what we were being invited to feel into. So maybe y'all were like, yeah, that was nice. But that was just a deep wellspring today of what was coming out. And it would make sense. I think wealth that's expressed through money is and prosperity is often a challenging topic for folks to talk about. It brings up a lot of stuff in everybody. So to have the complexity and yet the simplistic honesty of the sound come through today, it was very interesting. Last thing I will say, there were times that the sound actually just dissipated into silence and said, settle in for a moment. And so we were called to settle in for a moment. So that was interesting. Let's go through our comments. Yes. Anna says, I'm feeling more sturdy than before. Amazing. I love that. My Polish farm legs feel even more grounded and ready to plow. I love that. Anna, is that Anne? Sorry, Anne. Anne, that's amazing. That's so interesting too, that groundedness. And there were times that we were called to really lock into that groundedness. We're kind of sitting here in this stationary lower body portion here in our hips. And then the Spirit's like, no, we're going to keep going through the legs. We need to keep going all the way down and clearing out these channels. Two things of interest here that keeps coming up. In esoteric spirituality, a lot of times there's two new places, our next state of evolution that will activate. You know, right now we talk, everything is about the heart. I have heard it said in many different ways and by a variety of beings that the next evolution is actually helping us drop more firmly into the area of our solar plexus. The full embodiment of the manifestation in the physical realm. Right now, we have thoughts that we may not want to manifest instantly. Oh man, I shouldn't have thought that. I can't believe I thought that about him. Oh, I can't believe I thought that about her. And fortunately, we are gifted right now with this level of a heart-based discernment and the time-space reality/conundrum that stops our thoughts from immediately manifesting. Ideally, we'll get to a point, humanity will get to a point where the thoughts are so pure that the heart has already guided the thoughts so that they can express instantaneously into this time-space reality. Something to think about. Something else to think about, the expression through the knees. Rudolf Steiner actually talks about this too, is that the awakening of the knees will bring about a different level of consciousness in humanity. So it was interesting that we flowed down through the lower legs as well too, really cleaning out any of those channels. We didn't spend a ton of time down there, but as we flowed through it, those two instances came to mind. And thanks for sharing that. I appreciate it. Yeah, sorry. Jeremy says I have a lot of comments and some are very long. Here we go. Let's go through it. Alina, thank you so much. You feel so relaxed and aligned. Yes, I yawned so much during the session. Side note, yawning is a physical release of old stuck energy. It's a pattern that happens a lot of times. Yawning, sometimes burping. If you'll hear energy workers sometimes burp a lot. That is that dispelling of old information, literally propelling itself out of the body. And it's interesting because science has not fully agreed on why the body yawns. There are lots of proposed theories and things. We think, oh, it's probably really this, but do we actually know? No. Fascinating. That's really cool. And you felt how your body was relaxing. Thank you. You are such a kind light for this world. Sending you love and gratitude back to you as well. Thank you so much for sharing that. I love that. Okay, Jeremy, take me through them. Here we go. Thanks, guys, for bearing with me. Brad, I love all of your emojis. Amazing. Jeff says, hello, friends. Awaken just enough from blissful state from these bowls that they've put you in. That's so good. Well, good. May you continue forth in your day in whatever state of awakenness or drowsiness that is best for you. Jeanette, thank you so much for your donation. May it come back to you 100-fold. Thank you. E.T. says, stunning. Yay! And here I'm like, oh, this is scattered. There's lots of good stuff. And you got stunning. It's amazing. We're all different, right? Thierry says, wow. And all of these amazing emojis. Oh, so resonating. Good. Good. I love that. Hey, Joy, thank you as well. You say that was beautifully aligned, so on time. Your solar plexus is buzzing. Look at all those gold emojis. I love that. Lightning bolts, sunshines, hearts, stars. I love, fantastic. Berta says feels more open and flexible. Yes. That is so good. Oh, that's really interesting. All right. Side note, I'm going to put myself in a comment. So before I started, I had so much tension in my upper thoracic area, just a lot of tightness. I think I slept on it weird and some other stuff. And I could barely open my shoulders. And I was like, man, I'm going to be really tight after. Just logical thinking mind, not heart-based Charlene, brain-based Charlene. I'm like, I'm going to be tight after doing this. I feel so much more open in my shoulders, which is completely counterintuitive to what my body should just be now experiencing. Amazing. So I'm glad that it was also good for you, feeling more open and flexible. Jeanette says, Jacqueline, wonderful to see you. Yay. I love when friends connect here. Paula says, I now hold within me a new perspective on what prosperity means to me. That's amazing. That is amazing. Listen, we can't welcome the miracles and the blessings of life if we can't receive them, right? And meaning, gosh, it's such a tricky one. Meaning is one of the beautiful things of what it is to be human, and yet it's also one of the biggest conundrums. Must be, I've said that word twice now. Because meaning is what we often will define something as, either because we are told to, or because we think it's right, because it's what helps us feel safe. Doesn't mean it's what makes it right. And it also doesn't mean that it is what makes us feel safe. We feel safe because of a definition that we've given to it, and yet a lot of times that definition doesn't always match the truth of what it is. This is the beauty of what it is to be human. We get to unravel all of these onions of perplexity. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. Elizabeth, so at peace. With all my tears, I released so much. My stomach stopped aching. Fantastic. I saw some commitments that were extra and am able to let them go after this cycle of completion. You need more time for you. Amazing. So good. Elizabeth, thank you for sharing that. Love that. Romaine says relaxing, refreshing, amazing, calming. Namaste. Namaste to you as well, my friend. Elizabeth, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Maria says expansion without structure is chaos. Wow, that rings so true. Yeah. Yes, I think it's a theme we are all dealing with in a lot of different ways. Jacqueline, thank you as well. I appreciate you being here. Love your emojis. Jeanette, my list is more and more about being. Love that. Bringing in gratitude, quiet, trust, and abundance. Absolutely. That's fantastic. And remember, your definition of abundance or prosperity or wealth does not have to match someone else's. Your definition, what is right for you, what is your truth, should be just that. What's your truth? Not what society says, not what your daughter-in-law says, not what your partner thinks. It's your truth. And it can be however that's right for you. Terry, I thought to have a holiday and to work on this sunny day. Sorry, it moved here. It was overstressed, but very calm now. Yes, we'll be changing the approach, and calm and easy change the planning. Perfect. Perfect. We turn from tough holidays into every day's a holiday. Good for you. Sometimes the first thing we can just do is recognize, which is always a process. Terry, love all of your emojis. Are fantastic. Thank you. It says, I felt the change. Good. Amazing. Suzanne, thank you. Felt big release on my right side, which felt really achy. Interesting when I woke up. Then during the breathing, felt a whoosh of energy up my right side. Must have been blocked. Much relief. Amazing. Also, it's interesting. It came to mind, milk thistle and dandelion. If either of those feel good to you, this idea of really helping the liver process through. Not only do we process physical things through our liver, we process aspects of emotional experiences through our liver as well too. So I could feel that as you were saying that. Thanks for sharing. Terry says, joy, woohoo, love it. Jennifer says, the changes within me have built a sacred architecture strong enough to hold wisdom, vision, and movement. That's so good. I can see the terrain without being trapped by it. Amazing. I rise above it with clarity, freedom, and power. Yes, I have the energy I need for this next chapter. Yes, you do. Preach, we are with you. And I feel grateful to be alive inside the making of a new life, one filled with ease, flow, support, abundance, freedom, joy, and beautiful reciprocal connection. Yes, we say high five and amen to that. I am expanding into a life that uplifts me as I uplift others. That is the point of expansion for all of us. Well said, my friend. Thank you for sharing that. So, so good. We bless that and we affirm that. So good. Jeanette says, hello, I was called to pull a dragon card from the collective here. From Diane Cooper. Beautiful deck. The dragon is fire and water. Oh, that's amazing. That's so good. We were working very much in these creative centers. So you remember we were working here in the solar plexus in that initial breathing with the heart, the seat of fire, and then we drop down into this mudra of bounteousness, into this place of our belly, that watery place of creativity. Amazing. Just in case we ever wonder if spirit is all around us all the time. The message is to enable your life to flow with loving force. I can't get any better than that. Jeanette, equally to prepare for change and to move forward quickly. Expect the unexpected. Have fun. Brilliant. I think it's a beautiful reading for all of us. Remember, we are in the year of the fire, fast, horse, faster. So lots of change, transformation of the fire with quick speed. If an opportunity comes to us, let's more often than not say yes. Unless you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that is a deep no, then say no. But if you're on the fence, say yes. See what happens. Know that you are safe, know that you are protected, and know that everything is happening for a reason. And sometimes that reason is to buck us off of a horse so that we learn how to roll and get back up and then grab onto the next horse that's coming by and ride it like it's never been ridden before into the wind. So you never know what these instances in life are actually here for to unfold. So I encourage you, especially in this year of the fire horse, if it feels right, even if it feels maybe right, go with the right. Lori says, powerful, grounded, stronger, and inspired to express myself. That's incredible. Thank you, my friend. Jeanette, thank you, Charlene. I appreciate your work and knowledge. Thank you for sharing that, and thank you so much for your beautiful donation. May it come back to you 100-fold. We appreciate you, Jeanette. Thank you. Jennifer and Thierry and Jacqueline and Elizabeth. I love how you guys are having great opportunities to connect. Mike says, you're so good at what you do. Thank you for sharing your gifts with us. That's very kind of you, Mike. Thank you for being here. And Mike, this is, I appreciate you saying that. Before I forget, this is the, technically it's part 2 of a 5-part series. So we're going to be continuing diving into these elements of wealth and prosperity. So we built out this structure, and now we're going to continue down this path to plant the seeds, to welcome the resonance of having, and then to really ignite our own prosperity flow back out into the world in these next upcoming sessions. So I'd love for you all to join us again. We'll be back on April 13th. That's a Monday, for where we begin to plant the seeds. So we've structured our container. We're going to plant the seeds of prosperity. And then we'll come back the following Monday, April 20th, with the resonance of having, following up on the 22nd, where we expand our prosperity current. So be sure to check us out on that. We also have another session of the Hypnotic Heart, which is a different series we've been doing. It's a monthly series. It's part 11 of a 12-part series. We're almost finished this entire cycle. That's coming up on Sunday, April 19th. The Sunday sessions are at 1 p.m., and that is to play the symphony of your heart. We are seducing our hearts into deeper states of divine connection, alchemizing that which no longer serves, and opening us up into the flow and the beauty of all. So I'd love for you to join us. Also, if this work really resonates with you, if you'd like to join us in person, I'd love to invite you to our summer solstice in-person live retreat, June 19th through the 21st at the Art of Living Retreat Center in the beautiful Boone, North Carolina. We were actually just up there this past week. And the image that you see on the right of the screen there with the buildings, that is on top of a mountain. It's actually called Heavenly Mountain. And Heavenly Mountain is truly unparalleled. It's just exquisite. It's actually over 1 billion years old. So when you get up there, you feel the resonance. I think it's the 9th oldest mountain in the world. And so there is this temple that's sitting at the top of this mountain. The wildlife, the nature, the peace, you feel a very specific shift. And we're going to come together at the portal of the summer solstice to activate this energy and to reactivate our hearts and our lives in a new and profound way. We're actually going to be going through the 7 chambers of the alchemist's heart. So here, this Well series, we're just sort of touching on this chamber fluidity and movement, and beginning to alchemize. And alchemy just means of turning something into something more. It's a true art of transformation. Back in the day, it used to be considered to be magic, but now we know science says, well, magic is not nearly as magical as we once thought it was. It's actually quite normal, and you are capable of doing magic. We are all capable of doing magic, and alchemy helps us connect into those points. Just like you were doing magic today in your nervous system, how these bowls help you do magic to create more stability and flow by calming the vagus nerve, soothing the body, and then finding ways to more deeply connect to your own inner truths. Magic is all around us all the time. So we'd love to have you join us. Suzanne says milk thistle, and the other, sorry, I missed it. Milk thistle and dandelion. Dandelion, really good for cleansing, for purifying, especially for the liver. And your right shoulder. Sorry, I missed it. Your right shoulder. Does that follow up? Shoulders areas was also tight, but much better now. Thank you. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. I'm so glad to hear that, Suzanne. Yeah. Jennifer, thank you for the frequency I could create and share my sensory experience through your music. That's amazing, Jennifer. You know, life is all about creation. I love that. I love all of your infinity signs and your spiraling creativity, because that is what we do. Yes, thank you, whoever commented on dandelion. Thank you, Beth, for sharing that with Suzanne. Amazing. Dawn says, still processing. But wow, amazing, good. You will continue to process. That's the beauty of sound. Sound stays with us because what it actually does, pure physics, on a cellular level, it actually changes, it touches into the interstitial fluids quite frequently of our cells. And so we actually have a biological shift that's happening. And so that shift will frequently stay with us for a very long time. just want to be sure to say hello to all of our friends over on on Instagram as well. Floyd, Dario, Maria. Hey, Gabriel, nice to see you. Amanda, greatly inspired. Gratitude Galaxy says, so powerful. Thank you. I love that. Natalie Brown, so glad you were here. Appreciate you all being here as well. So Dawn, so as you continue to process, you may keep processing for another 5 minutes. You may keep processing for another 5 days. The flow will be with you. Terry says, I hope I can join again next time. We would love to see you there. And the great thing is that even if you can't join us live, remember these, as soon as we go off the air, they will live in perpetuity on our YouTube and our Facebook channel. So we're on social media. You know, it always sounds silly to say, hey, can you like and follow and subscribe and all that, click heart buttons? And it actually makes a difference. That's part of this game of life in this world of social media, of being able to help touch more lives, more hearts. The more likes and subscribes and shares that you provide for anyone that you feel you resonate with, it's actually very helpful to them. So thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. It means a lot, and it's very helpful for us as well. We appreciate you doing that. Thank you. Hi, Inga. It's nice to see you. Glad you are here as well. Elizabeth, thank you for your generous donation. May it come back to you 100-fold. My friends, it is always a joy and a pleasure to be here with you right here, right now. And as we continue this work together, going deeper and deeper, it is a humbling experience to remember the beauty that you bring to this world is only a drop in the bucket of the beauty that is truly all around us all of the time. May we always have the ability to recognize that which is what is beyond our current ability to see. May our ability to see be expanded. May our ability to perceive always move with the current and the flow, the prosperity of life. Tonight, as you fall asleep, we have a special 3.5-hour meditation for you. It's actually in the comments and the description down in the YouTube. If you're on YouTube right now, you can actually scroll down or just go to our channel. You'll see this. We're building out a series of sleep meditations for you so you can fall asleep and let your subconscious do the work. Here, attracting wealth, tuning your vessel for wealth. This particular meditation that you might want to try this evening, I'd recommend it, is actually directly connected to the work we did today. So structuring the vessel, tuning the vessel, allowing the vessel to find more stability. So just let your subconscious continue to do your work for you tonight as you fall asleep. My friends, it is a blessing to be with you, and I thank you. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your mission here on this earth. Thank you for allowing me to walk with you, even if just but for a moment. I'll see you soon, and I love you. Sat Nam.